Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you'd purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we're going to be doing a side-by-side comparison on two interesting pieces. The Audemars Piguet Code Flyback Chronograph in rose gold, model number 26393NR with a smoke gray dial, and the Patek Philippe 5905R Complications in rose gold with a chocolate dial. Now both are excellent watches from the world famous watchmakers, Audemars Piguet and Patek Philippe. We're going to be looking at some of the difference between the two watches from different manufacturers and see what makes them unique, and you can decide for yourself which one you'd rather have on your wrist. These watches are both in precious metals, in this case rose gold, and the price point we're looking at here is $51,400 for the Audemars Piguet Code on my left hand, and a little bit more than $73,000 for the Patek Philippe annual calendar 5905R. In my right hand. The difference in price might be partially due to the extra complications that this 5905R has. It is an annual calendar, and as this is a traditional chronograph flyback. The Audemars Piguet code here case is a 41mm case versus the 42mm case here in my right hand, the Patek Philippe 5905R. They do look really similar in size, don't they? Yeah. However, the Code has this inner case that's made of black ceramic here, if you can notice, all the way around the watch. The case is open worked, and it makes it feel a little bit lighter, not as light. They still feel like about the same size though. Thickness for the Code here is about 12mm from the top to the bottom here. And on the Patek Philippe 5905, we're looking at 14mm. You do have a couple more complications in here. There's more complications on the 5905 than there is on the Code, so that might be why this is a little bit thicker. The lugs on this open worked, or on this Code, is open worked here, all the way around the watch. And it takes a little bit of that weight off the watch. Now you're going to notice here on the Patek Philippe, they did not open work the lugs. They actually just made it concave, scooped a little bit of that gold out. Makes it a little bit more manageable as a watch. You can also notice the concave bezel as well, and also somewhat of a concave case back as well. So taking a little bit of the metal off each of those portions does make it a little bit more wearable as a watch, and also appear to be a somewhat smaller watch on your wrist. Now going on to the dials of these watches. So there's no outer bezel on the Code, as you can see. There's barely any bezel here. It's all covered by a dial. Now what you do see here is an inner bezel on the edge of the crystal. I might know that crystal on this Audemars Piguet Code is a special double curved design crystal to actually get a little bit more depth perception on that dial. It's a really good play on that. The case, it doesn't feel too thick though. The bezel on this 5905 is a bit more concave, makes the size of the case feel a little bit smaller and manageable. As we're talking about dials, you can see that the Code takes up almost all the whole space of the display on its for use on the dial. They really put a lot of importance on the dial, I guess. So being a large dial with a special crystal allows you to read the time much more easily than this dial on here on the 5905. However, the 5905, the hands are a little bit easier to read on this one. These are sword-shaped hands on the 5905 as opposed to the baton-shaped hands on the Audemars Piguet. I also wanted to notate that there's actually a different size on as far as the dial size. When you actually measure the dial on the Code, Audemars Piguet Code, you're looking at 39mm it looks like 39 millimeter size dial, versus the 5905 is going to have 32 millimeters of dial. That's a big difference. We're looking at 7 millimeters difference. But then the case would be still look pretty similar to each other. So going on to the movements, the code has an all-new movement. It is a caliber 4401 with a ceramic ball bearing rotor. Get your attention on this. It's a beautiful movement. And it's also got an open worked rotor as well, so you can actually see the movement underneath that. Under an exhibition case back, that the exhibition case back takes up almost all of the case back too. Let's take a look at this 5905 movement. You see the gold rotor covers up about 40% of that, or 40% of the movement. But if you move it over, you can still see the beautiful work that's done on the movement for Patek Philippe. This movement here is a CH28520 QA24H. It's also one of the largest watches that is offered by them and movements. There's more complications to fit inside this movement, so it is thicker than the movement of a code. Now, that being that they are both similar sizes, they're both high-end rose gold watches. If I could have one or the other, I would personally choose the Patek Philippe here on my right hand, but the code is probably a close second. You really can't go wrong with either of them. And the code is also a lot cheaper too as well. Now, if you're wondering, there's a lot of things that you can love about these watches. Let me know what you would rather see on your wrist. If you're wondering where to get either of these watches, we have them both on our website, jazztime.com. The model reference number, again, is 26393NR.00.A002KB.01 for the Audemars Piguet on my left hand, and the 42mm flyback chronograph Patek Philippe is a 5905 Complications Annual Calendar. Again, we're an online store, so you can visit us in the comfort of your own home. Go to jazztime.com. Thank you.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on the mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.